Chevra, welcome back for another video. So for those of you who know me, you know I'm an avid mountain biker, not just doing HIIT cardio in my house all the time, but look at these beautiful hills here over in Israel. I am so blessed to be able to get out and enjoy the mountains. I'm also very blessed to be involved with this fantastic organization, Gears, based here in Israel, that helps. It's a therapeutic program for kids and teens with learning disabilities and challenges outside. And I just want to say that get out there in the hills and to work out and to get on a bike is one of the most therapeutic, enjoyable activities that I know. The problem is, whether it's the weather, or the timing, or maybe a corona lockdown, not everybody has the opportunity to get out as often as they want. So for you mountain bikers, I'm making this special video where we are going to work on two core elements to improve your mountain biking skill and stamina. First one is going to be focusing on your leg muscles. Bottom line is your quadriceps, your biggest muscle in the body, and those are the muscles that are powering you up the hill. So we're going to work on different leg techniques, different quadricep techniques to build those muscle strength. The second thing we're going to work on is our cardio, because at the end of the day, if your muscles are strong but your heart is weak, your heart's going to give out, you're going to be overexerting yourself, and you're not going to make it up the hill. So we're going to work on some cardio building activities as well. Train your heart, train your body, anticipate those hills, anticipate the tough climbs, and you're going to be able to get out there and pound up those mountains. At the end of this, I'm going to go through a few basic techniques, and we're going to actually put together a 12-minute HIIT routine. That's a high intensity interval training, which is going to both work on your legs, your core, which is also critical for mountain biking, as well as your stamina and your cardio. So let's get going. I hope you have a good time. All right, so the first workout we're going to work on is the mother of all leg workouts, which are the squats. All right, to get the squats done right, just a few basic techniques, and this from here we can go on and create all different kinds of workouts that work on your legs. Very, very important to get the basic fundamentals down at first. So what you want to do, first of all, stand with your legs just about shoulder width apart and point your toes out a little bit. That's going to help when you get down that you're not going to get kinked up in your groin over here. So you're putting your toes out. I want to stand on my side a little bit, okay? The key to doing a good squat is that when you go down, you want to be pushing down in your heels, not on your toes, but push down in your heels, almost like pick up the balls of your feet. And when you go down, you want to drive down in your heels, stick your butt out. The example they give is if you want to try sit down in a chair, you want to pretend that you're going to be sitting down on the corner of the chair. So you want to stick your tush out and then come back up, pushing down in your heels. Go down in your heels, stand back up in your heels, okay? Most important step. Number two, when you stand up, you want to stand up nice and tall. You want to come all the way up and kind of pick your chest up and put your shoulders out, and you want to stand with your legs nice and straight. So when you go down, you want to be at least 90 degrees. If you can go lower, that's better. At least 90 degrees. Push down in your heels, driving up nice and tall. Down, stand up. You want to make sure your back is nice and straight, no bending over. You want to come straight down, straight back up. So try that about 5 times. Get that motion. Do it along with me. Driving through your heels, standing up nice and tall. Okay. Next, we're going to add something called a plyometric. Plyometric is where you add a burst of energy, like again, slow climbing up a hill is when you're pedaling. But if you need to give it a burst of energy to get up a step, to get up a rock, to get up a climb, you need an extra power, a little extra burst of energy. So for that, we're going to do what's called a jump squat. Okay, basic idea, same idea as a squat. Keep your legs nice and straight out. Squat down, but then instead of standing up, you want to give it a jump. Squat, jump. Squat. Okay, so same motion. Tush out, but at the top, give it a jump. Okay? Add a little creativity to that. We're going to do a rotation on the squat. So start out 90 degrees, and when you jump, rotate forward. Go back down and rotate. So you're going to get this motion going round and around, and around and around. Okay? Give that a try. Keep your form good. People wonder what to do with your hands. You can put them behind your head. I like to just kind of keep them out in front of me, keep my balance. Okay, but we're doing this rotation. Try that like 5 times. okay? Start to be feeling it burning in your thighs. Those are the muscles you're using as you're pedaling. Those are the thigh muscles. Okay, I'm going to add another little twist. Very important when you're working out is your core, because your core is kind of the foundation of your body. And as you're working out, you build this foundation, helps you when you're riding, helps you with your climbing, helps you in your cardio. So one of the things to work on your core is when you come down, we want to bring a knee to the opposite elbow. Okay? Put your hands behind your head. Okay, down. When you come up, opposite knee. Down, opposite knee. You want to feel your obliques, those are your side abs, twist. Down. If it's easier, you can leave your hands out like you're running. Down, then twist backwards. So it's also like that plyometric, but you're doing it with one leg with a twist. All right, good. That's a twisting squat. The other important thing to remember is that the muscles themselves like to be stressed under tension, called TUT. Time under tension is a very important theory, not just a plyometric with an expansive burst of energy, but it's almost the opposite. It's called isometric. Isometric is when the muscle doesn't move and it's under a state of friction. Not friction, pressure, tension. So what that means in a squat is you keep it and you hold it. You just hold it. Sometimes people call it a wall squat, where you lean up against the wall and you squat. You can try that too. But here we're going to do a squat hold. And you go down and hold it. Count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand up, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Okay. Moving on, we're going to combine a plyometric and an isometric. We're going to jump and then hold it. Jump and hold it. We're going to do that 5 times so you feel the motion. Are you ready? So we're going to go down, jump, hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to put them all together. We're going to do a jump with a hold and a rotation. Are you ready? Start on the side. We're going to jump. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4. Okay, there you have it. So that is a series of squat workouts that we're going to build and put into a HIIT routine after a few minutes. So the next technique is going to be the lunge. So whereas the quads we're working straight down, the squats working straight down on your quadriceps, the lunge is going to work more on your glutes and the back of your leg. Also critical muscle when you're riding up a hill. So a basic squat, a basic lunge is you just take a nice deep step forward, touch your knee to the floor, and then using this front leg, pop back up. And then alternate sides. Deep lunge, touch your knee to the floor, pop back up. Okay, so that's the basic forward lunge. Practice that 5 times on a side. Okay, an alternative, a variation of that, an alternative, is the rear lunge. Instead of stepping forward, we're going to step backwards. Put the back knee on the floor. Come back up. Same idea, but it reverses it. Then, you could have some fun. If you have a lot of room, you could do a walking lunge. So you just forward, step, and then come backwards. If you don't have a lot of room, you could just do that forwards, backwards 5 times. So it's 1, 2, second, third, 4, 5, and then switch. That was my left leg. Now I'm going to work on my right leg. Forwards, backwards. Do that 5 times. Okay. So like we had for the squat, we had a plyometric where you jump. So we're going to do that as well now in a lunge. So this is called a runner's lunge or a jump lunge. So what we're going to do is we're going to get down in our lunge position. And as imagine you're starting a race and you're going to burst in your race. You're going to jump up on your left leg like this and come back down. Jump on your left, land on your left, come back down. You could swing your arms. So that's a single leg lunge with a jump. Okay, and then you're going to switch sides. Try that 5 times on each side. Five. Okay. Those lunges are fantastic. You don't need to do much more than that, and I suspect that if you do a few of those jumping lunges or walking lunges, tomorrow morning, you're going to feel it all the way down here. The back of your leg, your butt's going to hurt, your back of your thigh. That's great, because that tells you that you're not working out those muscles enough. When was the last time you were sore after a bike ride? So these muscles really need to be worked on, and I think that for now, for beginners for sure, be enough to get started on, and we're going to get to our HIIT workout in a minute. I would be remiss if I didn't do this final lunge. This is a more advanced lunge, which is called a jump lunge, where instead of stepping, you're actually leaving the ground and you're switching positions in the air. So we're starting on my left and you jump down to your right. So you're just switching positions. If you haven't done lunges before, don't do this. You're gonna get sore. If you've done lunges, if you've done cardio, this is a great way to really get that heart pumping and burn out those legs. So try 10, 5 on a side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right away, you feel your heart going. That means that you're working out the right muscles and you wanna be able to keep that going. We're gonna do a routine again in a few minutes. Okay, so we're gonna give our legs a break now for a few minutes, and we're gonna focus on our upper body and our core. As I mentioned, when you're bike riding, it's not just all about the legs. Your upper body, very, very important, especially if you're doing any kind of technical climbs where you need to be pulling up the bicycle, if you need to be pushing down. Having a strong upper body and a strong core is really, really helpful. So when we do this Tabata, I'm gonna show you some basic push-up techniques. I know you all guys know how to do push-ups, but let me just show you really quickly the basic fundamentals of a good push-up so that when we get to the exercise, you'll be doing it properly. So really quickly, you want your hands slightly wider than shoulder length. You don't want it too far out, you don't want it too close. So just a little bit wider. Hands out a little bit, makes it a little bit more comfortable. And you want to keep your body as straight as possible, okay? Keep your head up so you're not touching your nose or touching your head down. And when you go down, you don't want to be flaring out your elbows, okay? When you go down, you don't want your elbows going out like that. That's a number one mistake in push-ups. You want to be able to keep your hands out and your elbows tucked in. So when you're doing it, your push-up, your elbows are kind of like rubbing up against the side of your body. Keep your body nice and straight, your head straight. You want to come straight down. And at the top of the push, you want to squeeze it. You don't want to do any of this kind of like bouncing stuff. At the top of the push-up, extend all the way. You want to squeeze out at the top, come back down. Try that out, practice that kind of push-up. Hands slightly out, elbows tucked in. When you get to the top, give it a little bit of a squeeze. Okay, next, we're gonna work on a couple of basic abs. Everybody loves to do crunches, sit-ups. Hate to tell you, it's not very effective use of your time. When you're doing a push-up, hey buddy, when you're doing a sit-up, the idea I mentioned earlier is called time under tension, TUT. You want to engage those ab muscles as long as possible. So when you're doing a sit-up and you're going up and down, you're loose at the bottom, you're loose at the top, and you're getting just a little bit of stress and tension in the middle. So when I tell people how to do a good ab workout, what you want to do is lie on your back, knees up, and you feel there's an arch in your back, push that arch into the floor. So kind of you'll rotate your hips and you're gonna push down, feeling your lower back up against the floor. Right now, I'm not doing anything. and I already feel my abs and my core engaged. So lie on the ground, put your lower back on the floor, and lift your hands up. This is a very, very simple motion. We're just gonna get our shoulder blades off the floor, reach to the ceiling, reach to the sky, hold it for 5 seconds. Come back down. At all times, keep your lower back against the floor. That keeps your muscles engaged and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a second, bring it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Believe it or not, that little motion is much harder than doing 20 sit-ups. Okay, now we're gonna take it to the next level. Pick your feet off the ground, back into position. This is called the dead bug. We're gonna keep again, make sure your hips are tilted, your back is against the floor, and we're gonna extend our legs out and our arms up. So you're fully extended, and come back up. Make sure your back is against the floor. Do that. Extend, come back up. Extend, and come back up. You should be feeling that. It's not simple. It's an amazing, amazing ab and core workout. Okay, we're gonna do just one more for today, which is gonna be called the leg flutter. A lot of this is working on our upper abs. We wanna work on our lower abs as well, our lower core, which feeds into our leg muscles, our quadriceps. So for this, we're gonna put our hands under our back, pick our feet off the floor, and we're just gonna do a leg flutter, okay? So you just wanna be able to keep your legs moving without touching the floor. If it's not comfortable with your hands, you can keep them on the side. You can either keep your head back or your head up. But you would flutter maybe 20 times, 10 on the side, and you'll really feel those abs fired up. All right, guys, so there you have it. About 12 fundamental exercises to increase your leg strength and your cardio while you're out biking on the hills. In our next video, we're gonna click the link right over here. We're gonna go a 12-minute Tabata. We'll explain what that is. It's a high intensity interval training in which we're going to incorporate all of these workout techniques. Please stretch and warm up before the workout. It's pretty intense. Even if you're a beginner, even if you're advanced, it's still going to be hard on your legs and you're probably going to be sore the next day. So anyway, get your glass of water, click the link, and we'll see you at the next video.